We're here. Let's go to University of Michigan. Just search Michigan. Shout out to Michigan. And what is the University of Michigan, right? So, do I have any other examples? Yeah. So, the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index is a survey that asks people how they feel about the economy. It gathers information about what people think about their current financial situation, how they feel about spending money, and what they expect for the future. The survey results are combined into an index, which is like a score that shows whether people feel positive or negative or neutral about the economy. This index is important because it helps us understand how confident people are about spending money. When people are feeling good about the economy and their own financial situation, they are more likely to buy things like clothes, gadgets, and cars, which helps businesses grow and create jobs. If the index shows that people are worried, they might spend less, which can slow down the economy. Economists and government officials use this information to make decisions about things like interest rates and economic policies, helping them support a healthy economy. So let's jump down to the auto manufacturing union member. You better thank a union member. So demand for cars and production levels. If consumer sentiment drops, people could become less willing to buy big ticket items like cars, like new cars with a Hemi, the Hellcat and all those cars. I can't afford it. I cannot afford it. This can result in fewer orders for the factory, leading to reduced work hours, temporary layoffs for union workers. The University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index is high. If it's high, this signals that consumers are confident and more likely to purchase vehicles, meaning increased production and more work shifts. Job security. Let's jump down to negotiation and pay, right? Let's forget about job security, right? If consumer sentiment is weak, automakers may argue against pay raises during union negotiations, citing reduced sales and the need to cut costs. When sentiment is strong, the union can make a stronger case for higher wages, bonuses, or improved benefits, knowing that the company is profitable due to increased vehicle demand. All right. So, what impact does it have on union contracts? A low consumer sentiment index could affect contract negotiations, as the company might be more resistant to granting higher wages or benefits, citing economic uncertainty. If sentiment is high, the union may demand better terms like cost of living adjustment, COLA. That's what COLA. I did it. I had no idea what you're talking about when you're saying COLA in the chat, but now I see. Shout out to my guy Yakar. Like COLA, cost of living adjustment, and profit sharing bonuses, since companies benefit from increased consumer spending. All right, so that's why this type of stuff is important. And I'm telling you, all of this stuff affects every single industry. All right, every single industry is touched by it. All right, so let's see if the University of Michigan report actually works today. All right, let's see. Drum roll, because it's always hit or miss. It is always hit or miss. So drum roll, please. I don't think the University of Michigan, this is like the second time in a row. University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment. And if I click on this and we say, so the consumer sentiment score is 70.5. The current economic conditions, 64.9. Index of consumer expectations, 74.1. However, we can't get to it.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Let me see if there's another way I can get to this. Let me see, reports. We are going to need to find a new source because, all right, so university. Let me see if I can find it from somebody else. So 70.5. Let's see. However, we do not have the actual details. Great job. There we go. We got to it in a different way. All right. So Let's take a look. So final results for November 2024. Index of consumer sentiment. November is 71.8. Shout out to that. Highest that we've been in a very, very long time for the consumer sentiment. People are happy. The current economic conditions, 63.9. How people are feeling now. It is slightly lower than it was in October. It is lower than it was in November 2023. But at this time right now, November 2023, 61.3, we are more than 10 points of where we were at a year ago. And we're slightly up than we were up. We're 1.3 percentage points higher than we were of October of last month. All right, so the next release is going to be Friday, December 6th, because next week is Thanksgiving. So consumer sentiment was little changed this month, but it's going higher, inching up 1.3 index points from October. In November, sentiment extended a 4-month stretch of consecutive incremental increases. Post-election interviews were 1.3 point below the pre-election reading, moderating the improvement seen earlier in the month. Overall, the stability of national sentiment this month obscures discordant partisan patterns. In a mirror image of November 2020, the expectation index surged for Republicans and fell for Democrats this month, a reflection of the two groups' incongruous view of how Trump's policies will influence the economy. In contrast, current conditions saw insignificant changes this month across the political spectrum, consistent with the fact that the resolution of the election exerted little immediate impact on the current state of the economy. Ultimately, substantial uncertainty remains over the future implementation of Trump's economic agenda. I mean, whatever you want to say, University of Michigan Director Joanne Su, the people have spoken, all right? And consumers will continue to recalibrate their views in the months ahead. Trying to make a good report sound, not trying to sound pessimistic. Tell me about it.
Bruh.
Years ahead, inflation expectations fell slightly from 2.7% last month to 2.6% this month. The current reading is the lowest since December 2020 and sits within the 2.3 to 3% range seen in the 2 years prior to the pandemic. Long-run inflation expectations rose from 3% last month to 3.2% this month. Uncertainty over long-run inflation, as measured by the interquartile range of expectations, increased as well. All right. So that is our University of Michigan consumer sentiment. It is 71.8%, the highest that it's been in a while, and it is more than 10 points above where it was last year. Current economic conditions are, feelings are down, but the index of consumer expectations are up. And from a year ago, November of 2023, we were at 56.8%. We are 20 percentage points higher than we were a year ago. And October, we're 2.8 percentage points higher. So people are feeling better. So shout out to all of you. All right, we're going to wrap it up for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We still have to choose our winners. Let me see what we got going on in here.
Walking through a stormy night, whispers say I'll lose the fight, but I've got a fire that's burning bright. No chains can hold my flight. Haters try to bring me down, but I rise above the ground. I spread my wings, I fly so high, their words can't dim my sky. Doubts like shadows in my mind, They can throw their stones so cold, but my heart's a lock of gold. Their voices wake against the bold. I stand my ground and I unfold. Haters try to bring me down, but I rise above the ground. I spread my wings, I fly so high. Their words can't dim my sky. They can throw the stones so cold, but my heart's a lock of gold. Their voices weak against the bold. I stand my ground and I unfold. Haters try